I am particularly honored, and I invite and I welcome Mr. Amir Oוחנה, President of the Knesset.
Domnule președinte Oוחנה.
Mr. President Oוחנה, you have the floor.
Mulțumesc. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Esteemed Honorable Mrčel Ciolacu, President of the Chamber of Deputies, esteemed Mrs. Alina Gorgiu, Vice President, acting as President of the Senate, esteemed Mr. Nicolae Ciucă, Prime Minister of Romania, esteemed Deputy Silviu Wexler, Chairman of the Parliamentary Friendship Group with the State of Israel and President of the Federation of Jewish Communities in Romania, Ministers, Deputies, distinguished Senators, Ambassador of both countries, members of the Jewish community, and dear friends. It is not often that a parliament of one country holds a special bicameral event marking the Independence Day of another. This joint session is therefore an expression of the true friendship and very special bond between Romania and Israel. It also represents a few firsts. The first time in history that a Speaker of Knesset addresses a joint session of the Parliament of Romania, my first time addressing any foreign parliament, and my first time visiting Romania. So surely you can understand, my friends, why I am so moved and honored to stand here before you today as Speaker of the Knesset, the Israeli Parliament, to mark this momentous occasion, the 75th anniversary of the State of Israel's independence, in the heart of Romanian democracy, and address you on behalf of the Israeli people. As we reflect on this significant milestone, I remember the sacrifices, struggles, horrors, and triumphs that have shaped our nation over the past 7.5 decades, as well as those that span the 2 millennia preceding the establishment of our state. Ever since my people was exiled from its land, we never stopped dreaming. We lived amongst the nations on the earth in good times and in bad times, but never forgotten Jerusalem. Never forgotten home. Can you imagine Jews from Morocco to Poland, from America to Romania, sharing the same dream, the same prayer, the same hope next year in Jerusalem? Next year in Jerusalem, year after year, decade after decade, century after century, millennium after millennium, next year in Jerusalem. Well, thank God, we are back in Jerusalem, but never to live again. Romania and Israel have enjoyed uninterrupted diplomatic relations since Israel's founding in 1948. Today, we also celebrate those 75 years of relations. Romania was one of the first countries to recognize the State of Israel and established diplomatic ties soon after. Even during the communist era, when Romania sided with the Arab states at war with Israel, our two countries always maintained their diplomatic ties. Romania was the only country in the communist bloc that never discontinued its relations with Israel. As a result, our relationship was able to grow stronger in a variety of fields: technology, health, security and defense, culture, economy, tourism, and diplomacy. My presence here serving as a tangible example of our robust diplomatic ties. Our two countries are committed to combating anti-Semitism and promoting tolerance to all its populations. Israel is the one and only country in the Middle East in which Christian communities only grow and flourish, and so it shall continue. Israel is home to millions of Jews from all over the world, hundreds of thousands of them from Romania. So Romanian culture, language, music, cuisine, and even the great sense of humor are no stranger to us. It is a part of who we are. Israel is a vibrant state combining ancient and modern, old and new, a trailblazer when it comes to science and technologies, startups and innovations. The establishment of the State of Israel has been a source of pride and inspiration for Jews all over the world. Romanian Jews have played key roles in Israeli society and throughout Israel's history. They have made major contributions to industry and economic life in Israel, to culture, and to Israeli politics. 20 members of the Knesset were born in Romania, and many more were born to parents of Romanian descent. These individuals bring with them a unique perspective and a deep understanding of the challenges that face both Israel and Romania. As we celebrate Israel's independence, we must also remember the times that preceded it. Even in the darkest moments of the riots, pogroms, and persecution, very few anticipated the ultimate evil the Jewish people would face during the Holocaust. Among the 6 million of our small people that were murdered in the Holocaust, more than a third, around 400,000 of them were Romanian Jews. Innocent women, children, and men perished merely for the circumstances of their birth, being born Jewish. Each and every one of them was a human being. They had names, dreams, hopes, loves. Let us take a minute to think of them, remember them, so that we never forget. It is one of the fundamental goals of my country to ensure, and it is our oath to those who perished, that these atrocities will never be repeated. In just 2 words, never again. But even in the midst of the Holocaust, there were those who stood up against evil and who risked their lives to save others. We shall never forget the Romanian righteous among the nations who showed heroism, kindness, and humanity and shone their light during the darkest of times. Romania has taken important steps to commemorate the Holocaust and promote Holocaust education, including the establishment of a Museum of Holocaust here in Bucharest, which I would love to visit when it will be opened. These efforts demonstrate Romania's commitment to combating anti-Semitism and promoting tolerance and inclusivity. And it is highly appreciated by the Jewish state, my state. Thank you, Romania. As we speak, efforts to destroy my country and to kill as many of our citizens as possible continue. In just a few days, more than 100 rockets were fired towards Israeli population centers, forcing us to launch Operation Shield and Arrow in Gaza with the aim of restoring peace and quiet to all. One of the primary purposes of any state is to protect the lives of its citizens, and Israel is no different. I had the privilege serving 12 years of my life in the Israeli Defense Forces and the Shin Bet, the Israeli security agency, during the toughest of times, and I can assure you, Israel will continue to defend its people and respond firmly against such attacks over their lives wherever and whenever necessary. This time, it was the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, a terror organization funded and supported by Iran, that was firing at us. Iranian Ayatollah regime openly calls to destroy Israel. They are doing everything they can to obtain nuclear weapons, which will enable them to do so. In light of extreme human rights violations in Iran, this poses a threat not only to my country, but to the free world, which Romania and Israel are a part of. We cannot ignore that threat. My friends, let us all come together and make it very clear that when we say never again, we mean never again. As we celebrate Israel's 75th anniversary of independence, in this joint session, let us also celebrate the deep and meaningful relationship that exists between our two nations. May this bond continue to grow and flourish in the years ahead, and may we continue to work together to build a brighter future for all people everywhere. I can be fair to say that the ties between Romania and Israel are better than ever before, and we will work together to strengthen them even further. Friends, stand together. Romania and Israel will always stand together. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to address you here today and for your gracious hospitality and demonstration of friendship. Mulțumesc. Thank you very much. God bless Romania and God bless Israel. Thank you.